Hey everyone, it's Aaron from God a Minute, and I just found this hidden, beautiful thing in the Hebrew language when it comes to being hidden in Christ. So when you see the word wife in the Old Testament in the Bible, it's usually the Hebrew word is isha, and there are certain letters in there, but there's a different way that the Hebrew letters are used when it's a wife of him in terms of a possessive type of thing, like when it says Adam, the wife of Adam, or the wife of Noah, or etc., etc., and used in possessive form, it's the wife of him, and I'll show you that in my Bible right here. So this is Genesis 2:25, my Hebrew interlinear Bible. And so right here, you see right here, and I'll explain what these all are, and it's just a really cool, beautiful thing. We've got the Tav going from right to left. Tav, Aleph, Shin. Sorry, not Tav. Vav, Aleph, Shin, Tav, Vav. And that's when we're talking about Adam and Eve at the last chapter, end of chapter 2. And we see that same pattern when it's talking about Noah and the wife of Noah. We've got that same thing. We've got that Vav, Aleph, Shin, Tav, Vav. And just a little fun note, numbers. We have this possessive thing of the wife at the end of chapter 2. Can we relate that to 2,000 years? Perhaps we can. So what do all these mean? And what's the really cool thing that we've seen here? So we've got Vav, that's a value of 6. Value of 6, Vav. We've got Aleph. Aleph is the old way of drawing an Aleph is an ox. And the old way of drawing a Tav is a cross. Here's a different way to look at it. Here is another cheat sheet that I've got. So there's the Aleph, and there's the early way in Hebrew that you'd write it in the pictograph way, and the Tav is the sign of a cross. So, and then we've got Shin, which is right here, and that means essentially destruction, crushing. So when you go back to this word, when you become a wife of him, symbolically, you become a wife of him through what he did on the cross. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So we are now hidden in Christ when we accept the blood atonement that Jesus came and died on the cross for a wife, for an eternal relationship with us. Now, of course, not all of us are going to be individually getting married to Jesus. That's not what's happening, but it's a symbol of the deepest type of relationship. So, wife of him, every time there's a phrase that's wife of him, we are now hidden in Christ. And that reminds me of the two scriptures, when salvation scriptures really. And here's Colossians 3:3. And it says, for you died, your life is hidden with Christ. Okay, so that's right here. I'll read it again. For you died, and your life is hidden with Christ. Colossians 3:3. Okay. And then the other salvation verse is Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. So our bodies are no longer our own when we become hidden in Christ. Now, what does this look like if we take out the Aleph and the Tav? What's our future if we don't have our lives hidden in Christ? Shin is destruction. Vavs are a symbol of the nail. Without the Aleph Tav, without Jesus Christ in your life, you're destined for destruction. Shin. Tav. 2 nails, you were guilty without the Aleph Tav. But Jesus came, he put his 2 hands out, he put a nail in one hand, a Vav in one hand, and a Vav in the other hand, and he died for you. And he crushed himself on the cross. And through that destruction of himself, by his own hands, with his own Vavs, he put himself on the cross, put a nail in his left hand and his right hand, destroyed himself so that he can get a wife of him. and you become hidden in Christ when you accept the free gift of salvation on the cross. I hope you accept this free gift of salvation and you become symbolically a wife of Him. And then your identity is found in Christ. It is no longer you that lives, but Christ that lives in you. I pray this blessed you. This really blessed me, and it's just one of those faith-building moments here. So pass it along if this will help you understand salvation. Okay, God bless. Go Jesus, go. One day closer. See you soon.